Hi, my name is Carson Frank, and I'm doing my author discussion on Nikki Giovanni, who is a very accomplished poet in the early rise of African American literature. Nikki Giovanni was born in 1943, growing up in Knoxville, Tennessee. She moved to Cincinnati, Ohio, actually, for a short period of time, but eventually moved back to her hometown in Knoxville with her grandparents. Growing up, she actually stayed home sick and lied about being sick incredibly often just so that she could read works of other African American writers and do her own kind of poetry on her anyway. Some of the writers, for example, that she would read and shaped her poetry would include Langston Hughes, Paul Laurence Dunbar, John Hersey, and Richard Wright, as you can see there. And what she believes makes her a poet ever since she's been a young child is just her constant dream of discovering something that no one else has discovered before. In Nikki Giovanni's teenage years, she actually dropped out of high school, but it's definitely not your average high school dropout, as she attended Fisk University at the age of 17. And she made many accomplishments while attending Fisk, graduating with honors, one great accomplishment, in 1967. And then she went on to also attend Columbia University to get a Master in Fine Arts. Moving back to Cincinnati after graduating, she had much to be proud of, that's for sure. Now that she's done with her college and learning, she finally put her knowledge to the test and passed again, rising to the spotlight. First, becoming more famous with the Black Arts Movement, as her strong passion for the civil rights was very noticeable and really helped define the African American voice of the entire 1960s and 70s. By the 1970s, she actually was one of the leading voices and most influential voices in the African American voice during that time. Her early pieces received a lot of attention, and collective poetry with her formed a first volume, Black Feeling, Black Talk, which these writings constantly attacked elitism and praised and really emphasized how you need to have a positive and realistic view on Black lives and understand between from every perspective Black lives and white lives. So these uh these ideas and writing choices were a very powerful voice and very influential in this time. More works from Nikki Giovanni include Volume 2, which was Black Judgment, which was recognized as one of the most powerful figures on the new black poetry scene. And she is actually responsible for the emergence of the black female poet, which is basically what she's embodied and wanted to embody her entire life, therefore practically solved or accomplishing every goal that she's had. Later in life, she continued to publish and spent most of her time touring and attending speaking engagements, made multiple appearances on television, and including more African American arts and culture type events. She actually battled and beat cancer and was and revealed that she had multiple ribs and part of a lung removed, which these are very difficult things to overcome, which obviously no one can see coming, but she overcame them and continued to can work toward her African American perspective, and now she's teaching at College Mountain State Joseph at Mount College Mount St. Joseph and Virginia Tech, where she is continuing to teach today and will be for the near future at least. Nikki Giovanni's main accomplishments include that she had authored three New York and Los Angeles Times bestsellers, been a finalist for the National Book Award, nominated for a Grammy, and has been awarded 3 NAACP Image Awards, which very impressive accomplishments there. These are my works cited. Thank you for listening to my author discussion, and I hope that we can continue Nikki Giovanni's goal and see where equality continues to get better.